Mentioned in a very beautiful hadith in Sahih al-Bukhari, in which Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he says, save yourself from the hellfire by giving even half of a date fruit in charity. And the thing is, my dear brothers and sisters, the way to understand this hadith is very interesting, because the way we think about it, we're like, you know what, half a date, I'll give a whole 10 bucks, right? Because to us that's not really anything. But I think we miss the context and the main purpose of this hadith, right? Think about this, right? There's a person who is fasting for 16 hours a day, right? He's fasting the whole day. In the morning he barely had anything to eat, and in the evening he's looking forward to breaking his fast. It's almost Maghrib time, and the only thing he has, my dear brothers and sisters, is one date fruit. There's people like this, right, who only have one date fruit to break their fast. They don't have water, they don't have anything, they don't have, they're not looking up for, like biryani and, burgers and pizza and this and that. No, the only thing he has is one date fruit. And he's hungry from 16 hours from fasting. And this guy, he's about to eat his one date fruit, and he sees another person who is also hungry, right? And what does he do? He takes that date fruit, he cuts it in half, and then he gives that half of a date fruit to someone else. This is difficult, right? Because when you're full, it's easy to give. And this hadith mentioned about this, right? When you're full, it's easy to give. But when you're in difficulty, when you're hungry yourself and the only thing you have, you're giving half of that away, it's very difficult. So the point is, there's some deeds, like what I find very interesting is on the Day of Judgment, right? There is going to be a scale. So it's not like Allah's going to measure your deeds like, okay, you did, you smiled 50,000 times in your life, 50,000 times so and so number, and then this is your deeds. No. Rather, it's going to be a weighing scale, because some deeds, they might seem small, like giving charity or half of a date fruit in charity, but the context you're doing it in is big. So the point of sharing this is, never undervalue any deed, and always remember, even if you give 1 penny or 1 cent, in the sight of Allah, that 1 penny might be worth much more than a billionaire giving $10 million. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us an understanding.